Hi there, I'm Aki from Aki Gaming, and welcome to another episode of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Each episode, we will be putting two heroes into the spotlight and see who reigns supreme over the other. First, they will be judged by all of their attributes, which includes their stats, weapons, skills, etc. Then, we will put them into a battle simulator to see who's the better one when head-on. Not only that, we will be also giving them their best possible skill build and put them into the ultimate mass battle showdown to see who will be crowned the winner of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Let's not wait any longer and introduce our contestants. Standing on the left corner, the illiterate mage that rides a Pegasus, the niece of Kanas, the pale flower, F.Nino! And standing on the right corner, the Prince of Silas, the direct descendant of Crusader Set, the guiding breeze, Lewyn! So here we go, Flyer versus Infantry, green hair versus green hair. Who is the better green tone waifu or husbando? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Round 1, stats and skills. Let's start by comparing their stats. And F.Nino has the higher speed but lost to Lewyn in BST, HP and attack. The score is currently 1-3 to Lewyn. Next, let's compare their weapon. F.Nino uses an unique tome called Giga Excalibur! It has a might of 14 and grants her an additional 3 speed. If her speed is more than full speed, boosts damage dealt by 70% of the differences between their stats. Maximum plus 7 damage and could be stacked with phantom speed. What about Lewyn? He uses the Falsity tome that has a might of 14 too. And same as Nino's, it also grants him a plus 3 speed. The tome has an added ability similar to skill Desperation, where you can make a follow-up attack before full counter attack during initiation. But the difference is, it requires you to have 50% or more HP in order for it to work, unlike the B skill where it is enabled when you have 75% HP or less. As of today, both weapons could not be refined. So, who has the better weapon? According to the rating system from Game 8, Giga Excalibur has a score of 8.5 out of 10 and Falsity has 9.5. So Lewyn takes the weapons fight. Now, let's compare their special. F.Nino has Moonbow that treats foes' resistance defense as if reduced by 30% during combat with a cooldown of 2. On the other hand, Lewyn also has a 2 cooldown special but it's called Glimmer that boosts damage dealt by 50%. We have gone through this a couple of times now, and Moonbow has the higher rating than Glimmer. F.Nino gets this point. Next, their passives. Let's start with slot A. F.Nino has Swift Sparrow that grants her attack speed plus 4 during combat when she initiates. What a coincidence, Lewyn has the same passive A too. Hence, it's a draw. Now, passive B. F.Nino has Aerobatic, a passive that allows her to move to a space adjacent to any infantry, armored or cavalry ally within 2 spaces. As for Lewyn, he has Special Spiral. If special triggers before or during combat, grants special cooldown count -2 after combat. In other words, he could use any 2 cooldown special in every hit. It's like Ares Miscertained. According to the link here, Aerobatic is rated slightly lower than Special Spiral. Another point to Lewyn. Last, their passive in C. F.Nino has Speed Smoke that inflicts speed -7 on foes within 2 spaces of target through their next action after combat. And Lewyn has Odd Attack Wave. At start of odd number turns, grants attack plus 6 to unit and adjacent allies for 1 turn. The bonus will still be granted to unit if there's no allies adjacent. So, who will take the last point? For the last time today by referring to Game 8, Speed Smoke is rated higher than Odd Attack Wave. The Pale Flower gets the last point. And that concludes round 1. With a score of 3 against 5, The winner of the first round goes to Lewyn. A difference of 2 points, mainly because of their stats differences. But how much of that difference would it affect the next 2 segments? Now, let's move on to round 2, head-on fight. For this segment, I'm going to use the FEH damage calculator by Krandu. First, we are just going to let them brawl with their default skills and IV with no buff. Instead of looking at result for only 1 round, we will look at 1 full turn instead. And here's the result for 1 full turn. It seems F.Nino gets to take down Lewyn on both faces just because she has 1 speed more than him. That difference is all she needs to make a follow-up during initiation and preventing Lewyn to double when defending. Hence, F.Nino wins the default fight. Next, how about we give them some skill inheritance? As our usual practice, we will optimize their build for the highest winning rate. To be honest, I would want to give Lewyn a blazing special, but it doesn't work on this format. For F.Nino, Giga Excalibur, Moonbow, Fury, Chill Resistance, Odd Attack Wave, and Attack Seal. For Lewyn, Falsity, Moonbow, Chill Resistance, Odd Attack Wave, and a Speed Seal. And the result? Both gets to 1-hit KO their opponent. And what surprises me is, they did just enough damage for it to happen. Which means, if one number is off, they would not get a KO. Anyway, it's a draw for the skill inheritance fight. But since F.Nino already has a point in the default fight, I hereby declare the winner of the second round to be the Pale Flower. Before we proceed to the final segment, let's look back at the results so far. F.Nino has 1 win, 1 lose, and so does Lewyn, and it all boils down to the final segment. Who shall be crowned this week's winner? Let's find out in round 3, Mass Battle. For this segment, we will be using the same damage calculator as round 2 to calculate how effective are they against all the other heroes. And the result will be in the form of percentage. Here's the formula. Instead of looking at the result for 1 full turn, we will now also consider the result of 1 round. And each category will be given a point for the winner, which makes it a total of 8 points. First, we will calculate the result with their default build. Here's the result for 1 round of initiation. And Lewyn has a higher winning rate of 87% to 79.9. Next, let's have a look at the result for 1 full turn with attacking phase first. Again, Lewyn still has the better rate, this time with 79.2 to 74.9, another point to the guiding breeze. Now, defending. Here's the result for 1 round of defense. A difference of 3.9% with Lewyn leading again. Moving on to 1 turn of defense. Whoa, Lewyn wins all the default fight. The halfway score is currently 0 to 4. Next, let's look at the result after inheriting skills. Could F.Nino make a comeback? For 1 round of initiation, very close score, but Lewyn still has the higher winning rate. What about 1 full turn by initiating first? Finally, F.Nino breaks Lewyn's streak with 92.7% to 91.4. What if enemy attack first? How different would the result be? And for 1 round of defense, Lewyn strikes back immediately with 53% against 45. Lastly, let's look at the result for 1 turn of defense. Having 61.8% winning rate, Lewyn takes the last point. So that's the end to the mass battle round. With a score of 1 to 7, the last round goes to the Prince of Silas. And ladies and gentlemen, by winning round 1 and 3, the winner of this episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours goes to Lewyn! Same as last week, huh? F.Nino got whooped in the last round, mainly because of Lewyn's falsity. The ability to attack twice without interruption is the key to the final showdown. What if you give him desperation? Doesn't that make it a brave weapon as long as his speed is 5 points higher? Anyway, even though F.Nino lost this time, but that doesn't mean she's a bad unit or deserves to be a fodder. Her winning rate is still considered very high despite being a green mage. Not only that, as a flyer, she would have access to Horn 45 flyers in a flyer emblem which Lewyn could not benefit from. But infantry has their own unique passive too, like infantry pulse that makes first turn blazing special possible. Just so you know, blazing plus desperation is terrifying. So what's your thought on the result? Who do you think should have been the better waifu or husbando? Let's discuss. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and press on the notification icon to Aki Gaming for more interesting content like this. You could also leave a comment below to suggest who would you like to feature in a future episode. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next episode of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours.